I'll start working today, and we'll just gradually build them up as we go. And that's really it. Everybody else is practicing. So look forward to the challenge of playing the Bills. Real good football team. We know that. We played them several times here over the last few years. So we know they're well coached and a good team, and they've got good players. So we've got to start our work day today and get busy with it. Get preparation. Time's yours.
Could you imagine a scenario where either Isaiah or Charles plays this week?
Unlikely.
As you look at the Bills, they've had, obviously roster change in all the teams. They look significantly different on offense with some of the defections on wide receiver. They pretty much the same stuff.
No, I mean, they're doing well. They've similar stuff, but quarterback's playing real well, and he likes those receivers that he has. So they're moving around well, and they seem to be on the same page. Good tight ends, So good running back.
Andy, Lonnie Morris, how's he doing? And what happened with him in the game? He got hurt, came out for a while, but it looked like he could have gone back in, and then he finally did. But
yeah, he got on the stationary bike. We were just waiting until he get the thing under control there. So he tweaks it every now and then, and that's what happens. So he comes out, and then he's able to go back in.
What's your optimism level on a return for wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster?
There's a good chance he's back. We'll see as we go through practice, but if it's up to him, he's back. Yeah.
And Josh Allen's been more efficient this year, less turnovers. How has he been able to do that based on what you've seen on tape?
He's doing a great job with the ball. He's using everybody, and he's not forcing anything in there, obviously. So I think he's doing great with his decision making.
Andy, position has a rookie learning curve, but with left tackle, what is the difficulty of coming out into the NFL and being prepared?
Yeah, well, you've got good players on the other side that play against that left tackle, and when you're young, there's going to be a couple of hiccups in there. You just got to bear with it as they grow. Before Wanya got hurt, he was doing a nice job out there, but that thing, you had the bone bruise before, and then he tweaks it every once in a while. So it takes a minute to calm down, then he comes back in. But every week he's gotten a little bit better that he's been starting. So that's a positive going forward here.
Andy, with Wanya, you mentioned the bone bruise. Is that like a long-term issue that you might have more concern about going forward, or is it something?
He's not doing anything to hurt it worse. That's not what's going on. But these things are like a little bit like a high ankle sprain that way, where you bring them back and they tweak it and they sit for a little bit, calms down, come back out, and they go. So different injury, but I mean it's what he had.
Andy, I know you've spoken to this a bit, but what do you think has enabled DeAndre to have such an impact so fast? And obviously it's talent and intelligence, but what is it that's made it all come together that way?
Yeah, well, he's always been a great player, and this offense gives him opportunities. His style of player, and the quarterback trusts him. So, and then what he is what you saw on Sunday with the one catch on the crossing route, where dirty tough, lands on the football, is able to get up, shows no sign of weakness on that, and wants to get back in and go. And that's been him. Tough catch, contested ball, lands on it hard, and gets back in and plays and wants more.
From the outside looking in, anyway, I think it seems like he gives you a little different dimension than some guys have in the past. Do you agree with that? Does that seem like that range of things he can do?
Well, he's great with the contested balls. That's what he's great with. So if you get it in, and he's got long arms, big hands, and if you get it in that radius, you're pretty sure he's going to get that son of a gun. So, we've had good receivers here, and we have good receivers here. So, but that's his strength right there.
Andy, when it comes to Kareem Hunt, obviously a lot of carries. I think the last 3 games he had 70 carries. How is his conditioning going on so far, and going into this game in Buffalo where you might have to lean on him even more? How are you trying to complement him and measure his carries out?
Yeah, so we threw him the ball a little bit more this past week. They were doing a good job inside, just kind of shutting off the run game part of it. And So we ended up getting him the ball. We would like to get him the ball whatever way we can get him the ball because he's a good player. He's doing well for just coming off the couch. I mean, he's like second in the league for the number of games he's played on carries and yards. So, I mean, he's doing a heck of a job. And he wants more. So he's not asking to come out now. That's not quite how he's wired, but he's doing well. You know, he fell on his leg there. One of the guys fell on his leg and kind of tweaked it a little bit, but he's fine.
Coach Xavier started out the season pretty fast, made a little bit of an impact. He's kind of tapered off a little bit. Are you sensing any frustration from him? What do you think?
I haven't. He's a competitive kid, and these things work like that. You know, he's got a lot of guys around him that have played, and he's learning as he goes. But he's so smart. And he's got talent, and teams are playing all that shell coverage on the back end. So some of his deep stuff, they try to take it away there. But that's not the only thing he can do. So it's just a matter of getting him. There's going to be a game here somewhere where he gets a lot of catches, and we all kind of go, all right. You know, that's how those things work.
We'll go across the room. Go ahead, Matt.
Coach Leo wins AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Not a big surprise. We've talked about him developing as a defensive player, but he's been a key special teams player for a while. How important is he?
Yeah, Toad banks on him to be a core guy for him. Spags banks on him to be a guy for him that he can move around and do different things, from spying a quarterback to being a very good pass rusher to being able to set an edge in the run game. So he's a valuable guy. He doesn't say much, but does a lot. So we all depend on him.
Dave?
Sean McDermott talked this morning about how he likes seeing you on TV with your commercials because that's the personality he got to know over 12 years with you. What was Sean like working with him, his personality? Did we see what he's like when he's at a podium or on the sideline, or are you something else?
Yeah, I haven't watched his press conference, but he's got a great personality. You know, fellow redhead, man, he's a heck of a football coach. And he came from a father that was a football coach, and so he grew up around it, was a good football player himself, and just top notch. I have a lot of respect for him, what he's done.
Sam?
Andy, you mentioned the Xavier Worthy, but what did you see on the way he was able to create separation on that deep pass? Was there anything more than the miss and just in his throw?
Yeah, no, that was it. He did a great job on that one. Of getting behind the guy, and that's a good corner too. So he gave him a little hezzy move and took it from there. So did a nice job with it. And somewhere we'll get all that worked out. You know, it'll happen. We just gotta keep rolling.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, good.
Travis Kelce has revealed how the Chiefs' dramatic victory over the Broncos left him with goosebumps and tears in his eyes. The back-to-back Super Bowl champions maintained their perfect start to the 2024 season thanks to blocked field goal on the last play of Sunday's game. With Taylor Swift among the crowd, Kelce and co trailed for most of the afternoon at Arrowhead Stadium, but as Denver threatened a huge upset, the Chiefs turned the game around with 13 unanswered points. Then, in the final second, linebacker Leo Chenal got a hand on Will Lutz's 35-yard field goal to secure the 16-14 win. Tight end Kelce claimed the atmosphere was unlike anything he had experienced during his decade in the NFL. "I don't think I've been a part of the stadium where it went FINGHT like that," he told brother Jason on New Heights. "It got me to the point where, the emotion and everything, my eyes started watering, I was getting goosebumps like, this is insane how we just got through this with a win." Former Eagles center Jason echoed his brother's comments. "I can only imagine," he told Travis, "it was the most electric way to win the game. I don't think there's anything more electric than blocking a kick to win the game." The place just erupted. Kelce had 8 receptions for 64 yards against Denver and also scored his second touchdown of the season. It was the 76th receiving touchdown of Kelce's career, the joint most in Chiefs history alongside Hall of Famer Tony Gonzalez. Kansas City is now 9-0 and will look to maintain that perfect start against the Bills on November 17. Both Kelce and Patrick Mahomes saw their Kansas City area properties burglarized last month, according to reports. The low-key nods continued later in the episode when Jason and Travis discussed Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones' defense of the team's stadium. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb missed a crucial pass while playing against the Eagles on Sunday, November 10th, because the sun was shining directly in his face. Jones, 82, insisted after the game that the world knows where the sun is and that the stadium is designed to the team's advantage. "I'm not gonna lie, playing in that stadium. I've had that problem before," Travis admitted. "That glare coming through that end zone in the afternoon is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like the glass makes it spread more. It's like the sun is bigger and brighter than it's ever been." Jason pointed out that athletes aren't the only ones who've had trouble with the aggressive sunlight. "I saw somewhere, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw it on the internet, so I'm gonna assume it's true like everybody else does. I think they actually have shades," he said. "Because they do concerts in there and singers have said that it bothers them. Like, it's an option that they could legitimately just put the shades down." Swift performed at AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys, for 3 nights shortly after the Eras Tour kicked off in March 2023. She set an attendance record of 210,607 fans across the 3 performances, following a brief break in her schedule, which allowed the pop star to watch Travis and the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Swift is bringing her tour to Canada for its final shows. She'll perform 6 concerts in Toronto and 3 in Vancouver before the tour officially wraps up in December. From paper rings to friendship bracelets, Taylor Swift sings quite a lot about jewelry in her discography. So when the songstress steps out wearing a new accessory, the item automatically piques our interest. That was the case for her latest game day outfit. Stepping out in a 90s-inspired plaid Versace set, which spiked searches for the print by 65% following her appearance, Swift did more than cheer on the Kansas City Chiefs from Travis Kelce's private box. Indeed, she continued to use the hallways of Arrowhead Stadium as her catwalk while flaunting a stunning new piece worth over $50,000. While the ring's debut comes amid swirling engagement rumors, Swift didn't give any credence to the chatter by wearing it on her middle finger. It